morning and welcome back. A West Monroe native has written her first children's book called Crazy Tales of Miss Heather that describes some of the crazy, wild things she's done as a parent.
We are joined now with Heather Guillot to talk about her book and how you can get your hands on one. Heather, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Tell us a little bit about the book. I know this is super exciting for you.
Yes, so here is a picture of the book, and I had kids at a young age. We started our family at 23, and so I had a lot of energy, which everybody that knows me knows that I still do. And so I kind of reflected back on the fun and kind of crazy things that I did as a parent, and now that my kids are older, they could care less about these fun things. And so now I'm using that inspiration for my nieces and nephews and stuff. And so yeah, I'm just thinking back to the things I did as a parent that kind of got me through the hard and the good times, and decided to write about it to share with other young moms.
That is so sweet.
That
oh my
is.
Goodness. You just touched on it a little bit about how it's kind of about your life, but really what was the inspiration behind one day saying, hey, I'm going to write a book?
So I vividly remember one of my friends going, okay, I'm going on a trip with my kids. What are some things I can do in the car, and what are some things I can do there? That it was a beach trip, so didn't want to always be out in the sun and the sand. And I kind of said, look, I don't go anywhere without a roll of blue painter's tape. And so that was kind of the inspiration of like, you know, like this would be great for other parents to hear. And that is kind of what started it all. I said, you know, I'm just going to start making a list. I'm going to make a list of all these little things I've done that to me and to my kids, it's just not a big deal. And so started making a list, and I was like, okay, there's probably something here. Then I love to do art. I love to sketch and draw and paint. And so I started kind of just during COVID drawing and painting these images, and then found a blank small notebook at Target, and just started kind of bringing it to life, and then putting it down on paper and kind of going, okay, well, let's make this a fun read that, you know, when you're a young parent and you're reading a story at night and you're reading it over and over and over again, that this would be something fun, a quick, easy read, but then also let the parent be inspired to kind of make that book come to life.
Oh wow, that's such a cool thing.
That
oh my
is
God, I'm
cool.
gonna need this, I think. So how can people buy a book?
So it is available in hard copy on Amazon and on barnesandnoble.com. Here in the next week or two, it'll be available ebook version, so Kindle, Google Play, Apple Store, and that will be in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, you can Google it in Amazon or on barnesandnoble.com, and you can buy a hard copy there.
Wow, so tons of places to get it. Again, It is called The Crazy Tales of Mrs. Heather. That's such a cute name, too.
It really is. I love that.
Tell us a little bit about kind of your plan for the future. Do you plan to write more books? Will there be sequels to this? What's the plan?
Yes, so believe it or not, I probably have about 18 to 20 just topics pretty much in my head. The next one is definitely going to be about the roll of blue tape that I mentioned earlier, because that's kind of like the first thing that pops into my mind of kind of what started this. So the whole book will be about the adventures and using your creativity and imagination to create blue tape roads. And I mean, one time I did a blue tape basketball court in my kitchen. So that will definitely be the second book. I have actually started last week kind of editing and kind of seeing how I wanted that to look out, how I wanted that to play out. But yes, hopefully in the next 6 months, 8 months or so, we will have a second book.
Oh wow, I'm excited.
So cool.
We'll have to have you back on our show about that book.
Yes.
They sound interesting,
They
even
do.
for
Yeah, and I do want to add that most people that know me, the costume closet is mentioned in the book.
Oh.
We'll have to read that.
We'll have to read it. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Heather.
Thank you.
We're going to have more